This is my 2023 gift guide for runner, and as always, it's stuff that's around $50 or less, and it doesn't require you knowing what sizes your runner needs. Yo, what's going on? My name is Kafuzi, and I'm a non-elite runner who reviews running things here on YouTube. And today, I want to talk to you guys about some gift ideas for that runner in your life. But before I do want to go over some disclosures. Some of the things that are in this video were sent to me for the purpose of review, and some of these things I purchased myself. And I am a brand ambassador for one of the things that I am going to tell you about today. If you want to know more specifically about that, I'll put that in the description down below. But regardless of how a product has gotten to me here in my basement studio, I can tell you that no one's paid to have their product placed in this video, and no one's going to get a chance to preview any of my footage or my thoughts before you guys get a chance to see this video on YouTube. So with all that being said, let's now get to some of the recommendations. The first category of things I'm going to talk about are beanies, these winter hats that are going to be super comfortable, not only for winter running, but also after the run, just general casual wear throughout the winter when it's cold to keep your head warm. There are a bunch of brands that I love wearing when it comes to these winter caps. Path Projects and Ciele are some of my favorites. Now let's move on to regular hats and not necessarily winter hats. There's again another large number of brands that I have used when it comes to running hats. Ciele is one of the top that comes to mind, but Bandit and Path Projects have also been making hats that are perpetually in my rotation. The thing that is specific to running hats that your runner is going to love is that they can sweat in it like crazy. They're made out of moisture wicking materials, and once they're all gross, they could just toss it in the washing machine and get it nice and clean for the next run, and it's not going to ruin the hat. So it's designed for running, and it's very functional as well. I run with a hat every single day. Now let's go over the third category of apparel, and that's going to be socks. I've tested a lot of new socks this year for some reason, but it's been all for the good. Now I normally run in stance socks when it comes to racing. I like a low cut sock, but I've also been running in a bunch of socks from Swiftwick. They make a really great product in a variety of heights of sock, and they're all made in the United States, which is something that I appreciate. Also, another sock that I just gotta mention before I move on is the socks from Bandit. They've been really fantastic for me. They have a variety of types of sock, but the ones that I personally like is when it's the B logo, not the word Bandit. I just think that looks a little bit better, and I've been having a really good time running and going to the gym in those socks. All right, now that's apparel. Now let's talk about books. This year has been a banner year for running books like Lauren Fleshman's Good for a Girl, Linden's Choosing to Run, and Kara Goucher's The Longest Race. But also, it's been a good year for running comedy as well. My friend Steven Ganoza is the Serious Runner, and he put out this Serious Runner's Handbook. It's especially going to be a good gift if you've got a runner in your life who takes things maybe a little bit too seriously. All right, the last category of things that I want to talk about today is going to be runner food. Runners eat a bunch of weird stuff, and Black Friday weekend particularly is a great time to help them stock up or experiment with some new stuff. Something that is available at the feed is a sampler pack of science and sport gels. These are my personal favorite gels that I've been doing all my training, and I'm going to start doing all my racing in them as well because they've been treating me really well. You can get a 24 pack of a variety of flavors of the Science and Sport gels for 24 bucks, which is a really great price per unit and lets them figure out which flavors are going to work out best for them. For me personally, it's the citrus flavor. I like the taste. It's kind of like Sprite, and it has caffeine, which incidentally, Sprite does not. And then the last thing that I think that you can also pick up from the feed is going to be this little water bottle. Now, the feed sells lots of different sizes of soft flasks and water bottles, and your runner probably already has a variety of those, but they probably don't have this one. It's a tiny little guy. It only holds about 4 ounces of sport drink in there, but it's also small enough that they could probably fit this in their running shorts or in their tights somewhere. So that way on those runs where maybe they got a couple of gels and they need a little bit more fluid, but not a ton, this might be all that they need. I recently used this in a 10-mile trail race, and it was perfect. So those are just some of my ideas in terms of what you can get the runner in your life. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about that, or better yet, stop by the live stream that I do Monday through Friday over on the Kofuzi Run Club channel, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have over there in the chat. That's all I have for today, everybody. Thanks so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there on your runs and on all your Black Friday shopping adventures, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yo, what's going on?